What's up, everybody? 3 inches back. My favorite time of year is coming around. College basketball season, man. North Carolina, we rocking. UNC, me and Christian, UNC, Harley, Duke fan. It's about time, man. It's about time to start getting it rocking because the AP preseason polls just came out. We're gonna go over that, talk about it for just a minute. Let's preface with our team so we can be unbiased moving forward. UNC's ranked 9. Actually, that's a very fair ranking. We're missing a big at the moment.
I think it's too high.
We're missing a big at the moment, but we have a couple guys that will step up. Washington will step up, and he'll be one of the better bigs in the country, I believe. Our guard play, I almost want to say we're gonna have the best guard play in the country. I'm not even trying to.
Dude, our guards are so deep.
I'm not trying to be biased. RJ Davis, I will say, is the best guard in the country if I had to put money on it. Ian Jackson might be the best
freshman in the country.
Elliot Cadeau has put some work in. Me and Christian headed to the blue and white UNC scrimmage the other day. Elliot Cadeau brandished his weapon after splashing a 3. Pulled that mug up.
Scrap on it.
He did. Hey.
We're watching the game right now. He actually looks pretty good.
Elliot's going to be tough. Seth Trimble also looks like he's taking a step. RJ has been working with the boys, if I'm being honest.
Like I was just telling CJ. The thing is with this team and why I think we're ranked too high right now, but we finished a season right there at the end. I promise y'all that. Because there is no ego on this team. So we'll be able to fix stuff mid-season this year. Baycott, he had an ego. Love had an ego.
Love had an ego.
We've always had egos the past few years. We haven't been able to fix mid-season. So once we get to our one form, we stay in that one form the whole year. Yes, we're lacking big right now, but with the way that team is, we'll be fine. We're going to be perfectly fine. We can play 5 out.
Yeah, we're going to definitely be. In the scrimmage, I noticed we were playing one guy in the paint, 4 guys playing man almost.
Yeah.
I just don't know how that's. I don't know if we're gonna be able to sustain that with the size of our bigs and the.
No, we won't.
But I like the concept. I like what you're thinking. We just gotta get our bigs working. Once we get our bigs working, we'll be a top 5 at that point.
They're gonna work, but we're deep down there. Cade will settle in. Like going based off scrimmage, Cade didn't look too good. We didn't look all around the best, but we were playing each other the same thing we played all year.
Everybody but Cade, I want to say, played up to their potential. They were doing well.
And right now we're missing RJ. RJ got hurt. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Speaking of somebody,
I'm willing to bet it's a bone bruise. I'm gonna let Harley. I know he's by himself. Cooper Flag just popped up on TV. We're gonna let Harley say his piece about Duke, just because I don't know. I don't know much about him this year except for that white boy Cooper Flag.
Where's my broom at?
Oh my god. I know we got a couple. We got some good recruits this year. I think we're ranked a little lower than we should be. I say at least top 5, but 7 is fine. Really, the only thing about this team this year is the way I see the season is it's either win it all or bust.
I mean, that's college. That's what college
I think
is.
for this roster this year with the recruits we have and Cooper Flag and everything, this is a roster that either. If they don't win it all, it's pretty much just
the way y'all run y'all's team. Y'all are gonna have, say, a Cooper Flag. You're gonna have a Zion. You're gonna have a Kyrie. You're gonna have somebody that we know is a one and done.
Oh yeah.
You have Proctor came back, but your vets are gone.
No, that team is insanely deep with vets.
Coming off the bench.
Yes,
because they're starters.
Well, no, they're starters. I mean, they're gonna start.
Proctor's what, junior?
Proctor's a junior. Foster's a sophomore. Foster had a really good year last year. He
did pick it up.
He has a breakout year this year. Your 3 spot is iffy. You can start one of the transfer guards, or you can start one of the kids that I can't remember who's coming back from last year. It's probably not many. Or what they're probably going to do is they're going to go with Isaiah Evans at the 3, who is arguably going to be y'all's best freshman this year because Cooper Flag is going to have so much attention on him. He's going to have to do so much work throughout the year to impress everybody. Everybody's going to have their attention on that man. He is a generational talent. He is a white boy that has courage, has no ego. He can, as a freshman, he can be the leader of that team, but the others are going to have to win the ball games for y'all.
Yeah, I do believe, as Christian's saying, like I was just talking about, you always have your one and done, but everybody's always hyping up your one and done. Zion, people were saying he was the next LeBron James.
And then he got fat.
But people were prepared for Zion. The reason y'all won games was because y'all also had R.J. Barrett and you had Cam Reddish.
And that's
what this year's going to be. Is y'all got to have the support cast around Cooper. Cooper's great. Don't get me wrong.
And they're going to have it. This year, I talk a lot of shit, but I'm going to get real in the podcast. If they don't win it this year, I don't see them winning in the near future.
That's why I say this year.
This is a big year for recruits.
This is a huge
how
year.
They handle Cooper Flag could determine how they get recruits moving forward.
Next year we get. I mean, next year we do have the Boozer twins.
Yeah, y'all got the Boozer twins next year, but they're not nearly as big as this guy.
No.
And Isaiah Evans, everybody looks him over. That Kalman Mubak motherfucker, I'm not talking about him. He's 7'2". He's gonna play like 10 minutes a game, bro. He can't get up and down the court without breaking his knee in half. He's not here to play basketball 24/7, man. Isaiah Evans will be the best freshman on that team. And one man that's being looked over is Con. However you say his last name is something. He's another white boy. He will start more than likely if Proctor. There's a chance. I'm gonna be honest with you right now. Proctor starts on the bench.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
There is a chance. If it depends. I don't know how their camp's going, and John Shire probably starts him because of his experience. But throughout the year, that Con dude.
Proctor's role isn't going to be. He's not going to be their main scorer. He's not going to be.
No, he's going to.
His role is to be a vet, and his role is to help the other kids learn.
His role is to facilitate. I mean, it's going to be. Isaiah Evans is going to be a 15 points per game scorer. He is insanely lethal. He's going to be a problem in the league. He's going to be a problem in college basketball. He's going to be a problem everywhere. They have their first few tests coming up, but we both Carolina and Duke play the number one team in the country off the jump of the year in Kansas.
Let's go ahead and talk about Kansas because we both do get to match up with them early.
I mean,
Kansas is the one. Hunter Dickinson, he really disappointed last year. I actually had him as my Naismith Player of the Year last year at the beginning of the season. He's got to bounce back, right? You think he's gonna bounce back?
Yeah, he doesn't get back to his Michigan form, no, because Bill Self would not let you ball hog. And I'm actually in the current moments looking up their roster because that's what I thought. They got the best transfer in the country in A.J. Storr out of Wisconsin. He was arguably the best player in the country last year over, who won it last year? Zach Edey. It was A.J. Storr, R.J. Davis, and Zach Edey. They were the top three, I think. A.J. Storr arguably could have beat both of them.
He put him in a top program with Hunter Dickinson also there.
And
take some of the attention off it. When you're on Wisconsin, you're a star on Wisconsin. You are I'm not gonna say the only person.
No, he was.
But
100%.
you're getting the attention. You go to Kansas,
you're like the Travis
and it's spread. No, yeah, you're in Kansas. That's gonna spread. The ball's gonna spread. You're gonna get more opportunities that way, and I'm sure that's why he transferred there.
And they have the best facilitator in the country in DeJuan Harris. He is Elliott. I know a few guards in the country, but I don't know anybody that facilitates as well as DeJuan Harris. And Elliott has came out and talked about how he looks up to DeJuan Harris and how he throws, how he facilitates, dishes the ball, coaches his teammates on the court. That's the role Elliott's taken on this year for Carolina. But DeJuan Harris, they still got KJ Adams over there. He was a monster last year. Bill Self will have that team perfectly fine. They will contend.
But I know we get them early.
Number 2 team in the country is overrated.
Team in the country.
They're overrated.
I don't look. I'm not gonna agree they're overrated. I think they're gonna take a tumble at the beginning of the year.
Fuck them. Fuck anything from the whole state of Alabama. Grant Nelson, you're a bitch.
Alabama.
All right, talk serious.
Alabama's a great coach team. They're a tournament team. They're a late season team. I think ranking them 2. I don't think they're gonna stay there. I think they'll drop.
Well, the only reason they're ranked number 2 is because they have. If Mark Sears performs to what he can, he is the best player in the country. There isn't no doubt about it, but he's so inconsistent, man. You don't know if you're going to get 30 out of him or if you're going to get 2 out of him. They're deep. I literally do not want to talk about that team. I hate that team just as much as I hate Duke.
UNC early has Kansas and Alabama, which there's more coming. We'll talk about them when we get there, too. We're going to really see a lot out of this top 10 early in the season this year.
Oh, hell yeah.
This top 10 is going to look completely different after a couple of weeks.
Alabama comes to the dome, too.
But number 3 is UConn. The reigning champs.
Yeah, they're reigning.
Yeah, reigning back-to-back
They're going
champ.
for 3. They're going for a 3-peat. And
hey, it's up to somebody. It's their bracket to
lose. Is it
lose.
kind of a coincidence that the Chiefs and UConn are both at the same time?
Well, one of them actually...
coming in for.
I mean, I say that the season ain't started.
Okay, UConn.
Has it ever happened?
It's their thing to lose. UConn's great.
What's ever happened?
Has a three-peat in college ever happened?
No, I don't know. I know Florida went back-to-back in 06, 07. I don't think a three-peat's ever happened.
So you're telling me that we have the potential chance for 2 three-peats?
First time ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. There might be a three-peat back in the day with UCLA or something.
Or, no, UNLV, I think.
Or no, UCLA has the most. They have like 20.
UCLA in the in the 60s.
I'm not going to count that.
Yeah, you got to. That's part of NCAA.
Yeah, but me personally.
Or was that NCAA or was that whenever?
NCAA.
Yeah. UConn, we know UConn. We've seen them play. I mean,
they're a different team this year, but they have the best head coach in the country.
They do. And number 4 is Houston. They're just Houston.
They're up there every year.
Gonzaga.
They're up there every year.
And they just fall off late in the season. I'm going to go ahead and loop them in with Gonzaga. I don't want to bring Gonzaga back up either.
No, I don't want
We can rank them high all they want.
And Gonzaga actually got a vote to be the number 1 team in the country. But they have one of the best head coaches in the country also. And
Look,
Andrew Nemhard's over there.
We can bring them up all we want, Houston or Gonzaga. They're not contending. Look, bring this back up later in the season. They are not contending. We will not be talking about them in the Final Four.
Oh, no. We'll be talking about them, but they're the teams that get to the tournament, and they play the simple ball. What they do is they play simple ball. They beat up on these teams, and they wear them down, and they go on runs and runs and runs. But eventually teams figure that out.
Right. And that's yes.
They won't contend, I don't think, but they're gonna be fine.
We skipped number 5 when we're talking about Gonzaga. Number 5 is Iowa State. UNC also
has a
to
chance
play
to win,
early in the season. Again, this whole top of the
we play
top
UConn,
of the order,
Alabama, Kansas, and Iowa State.
Yes, the whole top of the order is going to be rolling differently after the first couple weeks of the season. Iowa State
right now, good God.
I mean,
we'll be out of top 20 in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. The way we're playing right now.
Iowa State. I'm not.
I don't know anybody from that team.
I'm not super in the loop on Iowa State.
They're a veteran team.
They're a veteran.
They're
team.
very veteran.
I see Iowa State.
They're gonna be up there. They're gonna compete in the Big 12, man.
I don't see them falling out of the top 15, to be honest. I think they lose games they're supposed to lose and win games they're supposed to win. I don't think they're gonna make any big mistakes, but they're not gonna surprise us. In my opinion,
we're gonna really see them against Carolina because they're a very veteran team.
Absolutely.
Who's number 6 is Gonzaga. Number 7 is Duke.
Yep, and number 8 is Baylor.
That's what I thought. Baylor.
Yeah, Baylor again.
They got Jeremy Roach.
Again, Baylor. Another team. They're gonna win the games they need to win.
Oh yeah.
They're not gonna make any big mistakes. I think Baylor. We see them at the top of the. Again, this is another team. I feel like when they get to the tournament, they always seem to just disappear. They always seem to get figured out.
Yeah.
I feel like Baylor. Again, I can get proven wrong. I see Baylor being a middle of the road team towards the end of the season. I see them being ranked high all season.
I can't wait to talk number 10.
All right, I actually want Harley to talk first about number 10. Your favorite player of all time.
I can't stand that motherfucker.
Y'all got to go to them this year too. Y'all got to go to Arizona and play not my favorite player of all time, but hit the greatest shot of my life all time, Caleb Love.
That's okay. We got an answer for him this year.
I hope so.
I think Caleb Love makes a run for Player of the Year this year. If I'm being honest, I think
he 100%.
Now, will he give Arizona fans a heart attack? Yes, but he will do his job.
He fixed it last year a little bit. He did. He looked really good last year a little bit.
Arizona is one of the.
got 14.
Arizona is one of the contenders this year.
Arizona. Oh, yeah, Arizona.
Absolutely. If I had to put money, I thought I'd put them top 5 in chances to win the tournament. Let's skip around starting here. Tennessee obviously lost Dalton Knecht. They're ranked number 12. They've got a lot to prove.
They've got a lot of veterans. So, you're about to go through a lot of these teams, and Arkansas and Florida and Rutgers are the only 3 teams out of this back half that are all veterans.
Except for Florida, they got that 7'9"
Yeah, but
freshman.
they're freshmen. So like Arkansas, Coach Cal went down there. He's gonna bring his recruits. DJ Wagner is gonna have a huge year there. But like Tennessee, they have Zakai Ziegler. He's like a 6th-year senior or something. He's insanely old.
He's Armando Bacot.
It's just a lot of these teams are very old.
Purdue is Zach Edey list for the first time in a while.
Yeah, but
we're gonna see what they
got another 7'2" guy.
But he's not as veteran. He's not a veteran like Edey was.
No.
We'll see what happens there. Again, Arkansas's got Coach Cal now.
Yep.
That's gonna be mostly a young team.
Arkansas, actually no.
Y'all got to play them too.
I predicted Arkansas's upset last year.
Yep, y'all go to them. I think.
Honestly, college basketball, we're not gonna get into all the bottom 15, the top 25. But it's ramping up. It's time.
Y'all got Auburn.
It's time to start rolling with college basketball. Any team y'all have, we can break down their schedule. We can do whatever.
I'd rather if this is probably one of the parts we'll bring in a lot of guests on.
Yes,
if y'all want to talk college basketball and you know your stuff, man, come on. I know it's gonna be a lot of Carolina Duke fans.
I need more Duke fans on my
side. I'm not gonna let you on here if you're just gonna sit here and yap and holler and throw out dumb shit, man. Don't. Okay.
Again, reach out. Whatever team you pull for, we'll do a deep dive in their schedule and everything. As far as contenders go, like we were just talking about, I think Kansas is obviously a contender.
Well, hold on. We gotta talk. We gotta talk Rutgers. I want to talk a little bit of Rutgers.
Okay.
Rutgers is a very surprising team. They actually got 2 of the top 5 freshmen in the country, in Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper, which brought in a lot of freshmen. That is probably the most freshman team in the country. All right, I'm about to name it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 freshmen on that team, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4 seniors, and the rest are juniors. They have 1 sophomore. They have Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper. They are arguably 2 of the best freshmen in the country, the 2 best freshmen in the country, if you want to talk. They're going to be really good.
Rutgers is going to be a team that we're going to be talking about towards the end of the season, man.
Either they're going to be the highest of the highs, or they are going to be the lowest of the
absolutely.
lows.
And
they've got Alabama also.
They could be a contender, as we're talking about contenders. We just don't know yet. They could be a contender. Obviously, UNC, Duke, UConn, all contenders. Kansas. There's a lot to prove for a lot of teams. There's a lot to prove over there in Tennessee. There's a lot to prove over there in Purdue. But we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see how the season starts, see how these teams shake up against the real opponents. Other than that, I think we're going to go ahead.
I think we're good. Appreciate y'all.
Go Blue Devils.